I want to tell you about something I call the hot mess shame spiral. It's one of the things that I think keeps us talking about money, keeps us from talking about money. Follow me here. So we are taught not to talk about money. We're taught that it's taboo, it's shameful, it's weird, it's like not cute. And so we don't talk about it. The older we get, the more financial situations we run into, how to pay for school, how to pay my rent. I just graduated, my first paycheck. But because you're taught not to talk about money, you're not asking questions, you're not learning anything else. But the financial stuff keeps happening to you. And because you're not talking about it and none of your friends are talking about it, you'll automatically start to think, you know, I'm probably the stupidest when it comes to money. My problems are probably the worst financial problems of all my friends. Because no one else is talking about their problems, I'm pretty sure it's only me that has this problem, which keeps you more silent. So it's like shame and silence all the way down. Budgeting. Such an ugly word, but such a beautiful thing. If I had known when I was younger, when I was your age, that budgeting doesn't have to be this like curmudgeonly, like sad Excel sheet thing, but instead could be a game in which you're giving yourself money challenges every time you get money, I wouldn't have carried the like shame and sadness about budgeting into my 20s. I want you to know that if you have a paycheck, if you're working, when you're budgeting, every paycheck is a game. And every time you get a new paycheck or a new amount of money, it's like resetting the game every single time and giving yourself new money rules. It's pretty much what budgeting is. A budget is just new rules for spending your money. So let's get into it. I have 3 steps for you to start budgeting today. So the very first step to budgeting, if you've never ever budgeted before, is to look at your ish, okay? You don't wanna be this person. Oh my God, how did I overdraft? By look at your ish, I mean this. Write down on a piece of paper or on a napkin or on the back of your dog, whatever, every cent that you have today and every cent that you owe today. Very few people can actually say what to the cent is in their bank account and what to the cent they owe if they have student loans or credit card debt. When you don't define what you have and what you owe, the monster of your money just gets scarier and scarier. It's like when you're sleeping at night and you wake up and you know you have like that chair you put all the clothes on, your clothes chair, and you see it in the dark and you know that it's a clothes chair, but you start thinking that it's like a murderer and it's like mind reader and knows your thoughts and it gets bigger and bigger. But then you turn the light on and you're like, oh, it's not that bad, it's a clothes chair. That's what happens in step 1. You think your money problems are this big scary thing, but once you define it, it is so freeing. So the 50-30-20 rule is like your general, like if you're wondering how the heck am I supposed to split up my paycheck or the money that I get, this is the rule. The rule goes like this. 50% of your paycheck should be going to adulting, right? We talked about that. Bills, things to keep you alive, groceries, things that recur. 30% of your paycheck should be going to ratchetry, fun, miscellaneous stuff. And 20% should go to money goals. By money goals, I mean you're using that 20% to stack up your savings. You're putting that 20% towards an extra payment in your student loan debt, things like that. You connect your budgeting habit with the self-care habits that you don't put into your everyday life. I'm sure all of you can think right now of a thing that you wish you were doing every 2 weeks. Maybe it's a face mask. Maybe it's doing a dance party. I like to do dance parties. But think of a way to make the money moment part of your self-care, because self-care and money care are very much the same.